What's up, everyone? Tim from Bernal here, and I am with Bruce Hill of the Chef Press. We're pretty excited just to talk about a little bit of the history of the Chef Press, as well as something exciting that we got for you. So, Bruce, tell us a little bit about the press.
Yeah, well, look right here. We got the whole family of chef presses here. Actually, the chef press started with the smallest and thinnest one. This is the first one we invented. It was 8 or 9 ounces, and it kind of grew from there. We were really lucky to be able to make some tooling to make different sizes. As you can see, we've got our larger one here. This is our new press. And then we've actually got some custom presses that we sell only with Bernal Cutlery. And the custom presses are laser cut, and they're actually made in a different location. And laser cutting, obviously, that's a little bit more expensive, but we like to make different prototypes where people can try out different shapes of the chef press.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, some of the heavier ones have been my fan, like the 13 right here. Love this one for doing steaks, stacking them for stuff on the grill. It's just amazing to be selling these over the years, and also seeing all the things that people have came up with to use them. I just heard that recent trick, someone putting them inside cryovac bags when they're sous videing, so it actually keeps it submerged instead of trying to float on top and having it constantly fall off the bag.
Yeah. And it's interesting about the chef press. Chef press is made from 304 food grade stainless. Mm-hmm. We get comments from people that think because the texture isn't shiny that it might not be stainless. Right. They think it's galvanized, but this is food grade American produced stainless steel. Amazing. For all the presses. Yeah. So just to talk about the history of the chef's press a little bit, I actually invented the chef's press in the kitchen at Bick's Restaurant here in San Francisco. Bick's Restaurant's a historic building, has an incredibly small kitchen. I think the kitchen's about as big as this countertop here. But space is a big concern at a restaurant like that. And what happened was the guys were using grill presses, and they were doing it on the grill and stuff like that. And I was so frustrated because they had these clunky old cast iron thing, and I think it had a coat hanger wrapped around the handle. And I just looked at it and I said, there's a better way. And I was really fortunate. I was working with a steel guy at the time, and he could do prototypes, and we just started coming up with different designs. And lo and behold, after probably about 6 months, we came up with this design where it was a flat piece of steel, and then we took a hydraulic press and actually pushed this handle out. So the handle is actually, part of the press, and it actually gives the tool strength. It makes it much more rigid to have the handle like that. But once we figured out the handle and started making prototypes, boy, we were off and running because I knew we had something, because at that point, it was the only press on the market that you could stack to change the weight. And then on top of that, we had the vents. We had the slots that allowed steam to escape, because whenever we press food, it's going to give off more steam. So boom, there we are at the beginning. And, I started manufacturing in Oakland back in 2018. So, as soon as I got samples, I went right to Bernal and said, hey, this is the coolest knife store. I want you guys to sell this. And that's where our relationship started. And here we are, now they've got the whole family. I've sold a bunch of different prototypes through Bernal as well. A lot of the things that I had laser cut that I didn't really want to put on my own website, I just had you guys take
right, yeah, and they've been extremely successul. People big fans of them.
Yeah,
this is an example of one of them that we have right now. Is the 5x5. This guy is weighing in at
I think it's about 17 ounces.
17 ounces, yeah. That one's been really popular. So it's a cool way to get a more unique one. But the nice thing about them too is that they still stack with the other ones, which has been a huge thing. Sometimes when you get the specialty version of something, it doesn't play nice with the others.
Yeah.
So I've always been a big fan of that one.
Yeah, and that was another really important point of the chef press. Any chef's press you get, the handle has the same dimension. So they all work together. No matter what size they are, they will all interface, and you can all put them all together. So, it really makes for a super, super versatile, useful tool that way.
Absolutely, yeah. And with that, we're excited to announce a new shape. The BC Slim Tim. This is a shape that we've been kind of collabing on and talking about for a while. We've been selling these presses for a real long time, and every time I would put an order in and talk to Bruce, we'd come up with new ideas to use them and hear stories and pass them along. It's been kind of a fun thing. And one day I was kind of thinking, what if you made one that was real, kind of slim, but still narrow, something you could put inside of maybe a fatter, knife roll pocket or even in your back pocket. But the weight has always been a huge fan of me when I was having some of the other ones. So this one weighing 22 ounces has been really cool. It's perfect for like a New York steak, longer cut of meat, weighing down some eggplants, salting them, etc.
Yeah, I could even see this in a tureen mold, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's perfect for something like that.
Yeah.
So this is a really cool new shape that we're stoked to announce and have on the website now.
Yeah, super cool. You know, one of the really cool things about Chef's Press and our relationship here is that we have manufacturers up north. Actually, these are manufactured at Seaport Stainless, and they are a custom laser cutter. And it's so cool because we can come to them with some unique design, and they can cut them, and they can push the handle out and make it just the same as the ones that we stamp. So it's really unique. And these are a limited run. We've just done 50 of them, right?
Yeah. 50.
Yeah. So there's just going to be 50 of these available. And we think they're really, really cool. I actually cooked a big old ribeye with one of these last week, and it came out perfect. I got an amazing sear on it. But yeah, it's just another extension of the Chef's Press family. As you can see, you know, you could stack another one of these on top of here and use it that way. There's all kinds of options available. But yeah, a really, really unique product. And again, USA made stainless steel. Has a nice burnished finish to it, and super useful. These things, another great story, these have survived fires in very, very famous restaurants. Manresa restaurant, which had 3 stars and actually had a fire a couple of years ago. Chef David dug out his chef's presses out of the fire wreckage and keep using them, and he uses them to this day. So, you know, it's really an indestructible product. Once you buy a chef's press, you will have this for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
It will last. And actually, I've never had one returned, ever. And we've made millions of them. So, really cool story.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bruce.
Sure.